I've been building this car for I've owned it for 9 years, and over that time it's just evolved into what it is today.
Perfect.
Hello, we're here at Lakeside Raceway in Queensland, just south of Brisbane, north of Brisbane. Today I'm going to give you like sort of a build breakdown on the Mira. Because I feel like I haven't really given you a proper breakdown of what it actually has, and I feel like you deserve it. So today we're going to be going through and having a deeper dive into what it has. So this is a Daihatsu Mira, however you want to say it, 1992 model, 4-door, which is pretty cool. They don't usually you don't really see much of 4-doors, and it is tastefully modified, to my liking anyway. It's fairly simple and basic in terms of how it's set up. It's got a motor out of a motor out of a Daihatsu Syrian, 1 litre, 3-cylinder twin cam. They're pretty cheap to buy. Obviously everything's going up in price, but I mean there's no shortage of them, so you can always find them. This one I have fully refreshed with all new rings, seals, bearings and stuff like that. So it's pretty much a fresh motor. But there is a TDO 410T turbo there on a custom log manifold. It's got a Kinagawa wastegate there. It's on about 20 psi. It's actually on flex fuel. So on ethanol it runs 20 psi, and on 98 it's only about 10 or 12 psi. And all of that is controlled by a max ECU computer. So it's got 730cc injectors. The actual fuel rail's been modified, and usually they're a returnless system, but this one's a return. So you got the filter here coming there, then out to a flex fuel sensor, a GM one, then to a fuel pressure regulator. It's just a standard regulator. Yeah, so custom made intake manifold, SR20 throttle body, SR20 TPS. The factory throttle cable, and then aluminium radiator. So going back into the motor, it's got some custom reground camshafts. They're about to 80-degree duration. Is that how you say it? But they make it sound pretty good, and they make it rev really high. So the peak power from standard is like 5, 6 or something like that. This thing revs to 7 and keeps making power all the way to 7. Front mount intercooler, pretty large. Well, it's pretty small, but it's pretty large for this car. But yeah, that's just pretty basic, simple motor really. It's just a standard 3-cylinder 1 litre rebuilt with some cams. That's all it is inside. It's got actually it's got ARP head studs now, because I might have lifted the head last time, so I just clamped it a bit better now. And then for exterior styling, we have quite a bit going on. So we got a TRXX front bar with the fog lights and the indicators. That's all been cut up very much to fit the turbo, because as you can see, the turbo, it barely fits in, really. It doesn't really fit at all, I'll be honest. So I've actually clear coated the headlights to stop them from going yellow. It's got some fiberglass front lip thing and then some plastic canards. The bonnet, that's made by myself. It's just the standard steel bonnet with like it actually vents in here and out through there. I'll just shut it, I'll show you. So it actually vents out through there. So it's actually a legal bonnet with venting because none of the actual structure is cut. So that makes it legal, and I can drive it on the road and not worry about that, because my last bonnet was cut, like the D-Max vents, and it was cut out and I might have got defected for it. Toyota Supra TRD side skirts. Those mirrors are off a Commodore. Sunroof's off a Commodore. Holden Commodore, that is, if you're from not Australia. These are wind deflectors, they're from Malaysia. And then we got a rear lip, which is made from another factory bar that I've just cut up and I know make work. It's got the factory optional extra mid wing, and then an aluminium wing that I've bent and made fit. The wheels are Riversides. They're 13 by 7 plus 7, I believe. It's what I've worked out from my measurements. But I'm running Nankang NS2Rs 175 50s R13. So they're probably as big as you can really go on these cars without it looking stupid. Sorry, without it looking a bit dumb. And then you got your wide body, which if you've seen my last wide body video, you'll see how that's been made. But we can go to the inside, but it's pretty standard. It's got factory wheel, factory gear knob. Painted the dash black and put some gauges in, and that's about it, really. It's got the clock. The center mount gauges are actually pretty cool, but they'd look cool if I had all matching gauges. But I've just got boost, RPM and oil pressure, and then I've just sort of wrapped this in carbon to make it a bit different. Kill switch, these don't do anything, but this is launch control. And yeah, just aluminium door cards with some speakers, and pretty basic really. There's not much else in here apart from the big old mirror and the sunroof. That's pretty cool, but yeah. Basically that's pretty much sums it up what it is. It's a very simple, basic setup. In terms of engine, it's standard engine, just bolt-ons and some cams, and that's it really. And a good tune.
Perfect. the barrel and get pitted, so pitted.
But yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.